What a weekend it was in Indianapolis for a handful of Baylor football players that we watched grow up right in front of our eyes from the time they arrived on campus through the thick and thin and then back to the top by winning the Big 12 title and the Sugar Bowl against Ole Miss. And Tyquan Thornton was a part of all of that. And he joins us. Craig Smoke, Paul Catalina, David Smoke on Sic'Em 365 Radio. Tyquan, thank you for your time. We appreciate it. I know you've been doing this almost roundabout with all sorts of shows around the country. How much has your life changed since you put up that crazy number and that number you wanted to put up in the NFL Combine?
Man, it changed a lot, man. Just putting the world on notice, showcasing my speed, and them finally noticing my speed. My phone been ringing off the hook a little bit.
Tyquan, you're from the 305. There's a lot of fast guys from the 305. You certainly keep that Miami tradition of speed alive. When you were coming up and playing in Miami, how important was it to be able to, show yourself with that speed? Because so many guys come out of that area and play college football.
Yeah. Just growing up in Miami, a lot of guys, everybody has speed. That's a skill set that we always tend to have, but also having that savviness, being able to juke and maneuver through traffic and everything. So that's something else that we tend to have playing football in Miami.
So Tyquan, when you were getting prepared for the 40, what did you expect to run? And then once you ran what you did run, I know that it took a little while for it to become official, but either way, it was a tremendous number. But just, what were your thoughts going in? And then what were your thoughts once you figured out what the number actually was?
My thoughts going in was to break the record. The whole time training at SPE, Matt Gates and Tony, them guys helped me out tremendously, getting me stronger, helping me get to top end speed like it went within my first two steps. So, I was talking for two lows, so I thought that what I was going to run going into the combine, that what I had my mindset towards.
You were recruited by Matt Rule and his staff. I know you mentioned him as well, and we covered you during that time as well. What was the selling point? What changed your mind from being from Florida, and ended up at Baylor?
Man, just how family-oriented everything was in that facility. Just walking inside there, I think Baylor went, 1-11 the year before that? Mm-hmm. But walking inside that facility, I could feel a culture change, meeting guys like Jalen Peachy, Terrell Bernard, Graylin Arnold, those type of dudes, high-caliber players, and Treston Ebner. All them dudes, high-caliber players, but they just showed, love, real, genuine love, and they treated me like a brother, right then and there, and I just felt like we had a connection, and I wanted to be a part of that change there at Baylor.
All right, we asked Kalen yesterday if you guys were going to run the 4x1 with the four guys that ran at the Combine, you, Ebner, he, and JT, what the 4x1 would be. And he wanted the anchor leg. He said he would put you on the turn. But how would you run that 4x1? How would you set it up?
So I'm gonna go with I gotta be either second leg or fourth leg. But how I'll take first leg. I'll set it off for the group because I feel like my starting got a whole lot better since I've been at Baylor. So I'll take first leg, put JT at second leg, put Treston at third leg, and let Kalen bring it on home.
Why would you have to do the second or fourth? Is it because your length and how you run the turns, or what?
No, I just feel like those two legs, those are the most important legs. Those are the go-getters. You got to be the go-getter to go second to fourth. Those are the go-getters. But JT, he got a good stride, so I'll replace with JT, let him go second leg, and I'll just set the tone off at first leg.
All right.
I think JT, people were expecting him to run a good number, but I don't know if anybody had him sub 4.4, and he was able to run that 4.3, 4.38, I believe. And then obviously Tyquan, you set the tone on Thursday night, and everybody was talking about Baylor football because of Tyquan Thornton. But then by the end of the event, it was, Kalen and then JT, and everybody was expecting Kalen to run a fast time. But just what were your thoughts as those guys got ready to run their 40s?
I just knew the Baylor boys were going to show out, man. We've been working since we got to Baylor, since our freshman year. We always had to, earn our respect. We still got to earn our respect to this day after we done ran fast and everything. I think we still have a point to prove, not to everybody else, but to ourselves. We got to prove ourselves right, because that's what we've been doing since we've been at Baylor, and that's what we're going to continue to do. But I knew them guys were going to run fast and perform at a high level, because that's just what we do at Baylor.
Tyquan, as great as last year was, and man, you had a fantastic year. I thought you made some catches from different angles, low, in traffic, whatever else. Obviously, people look at the yards, the catches, the touchdowns, but I just thought under the clutch and traffic, you were fantastic. But the year before was not fun for you or anyone else. And how much did it take for you to kind of just mentally get through your junior year and want to come back and contribute and be what you were your senior year? Was there ever a thought you might leave Baylor?
After that season, yes, I had a little doubt in my mind. I was thinking about leaving Baylor, but I never transferred from any high school or any that's not me. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't just trying to run away from the challenge. Adversity could cause some men to break and cause some men to break records. So I believed in Coach Aranda and what he had going on. We all knew we didn't have the best offseason. It was Zoom calls, and we didn't know if we was going to have a game 1 week. So 2020, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on. But we came in, I changed my mindset. I worked way harder, and I got a whole lot better. And I feel like the team got a whole lot better, and it showed this year.
Tyquan, you mentioned had a whole lot better. You were exponentially a better route runner in 2021. Mm-hmm. Did that adversity kind of force you even into looking at, okay, what do I do? What's my role in this to make sure that I take the next steps?
Yes, it definitely does. Seeing that, I ain't reached the goals that I had set for myself. I just can't point fingers like, oh, it's on him. Nah, I got to look at the man in the mirror and see where I got to get better at. And that was like the areas like route running and making contested catches and getting stronger in the weight room and being more physical in the run game. And I feel like I checked all those boxes this year, and it's still more improvement to be made, but I feel like I got better.
So what was it like seeing Dave Aranda, meeting him, in the very beginning, then Zoom calls and all that weirdness that you just talked about? What was the difference there in year two, in your opinion?
In year two,
yeah, I guess with Coach Aranda and just the differences you saw in him and how he grew and the program grew along with him.
I feel like we just grew closer together as a unit. When we first came in, like over Zoom, I studied this in communications. Like if you over the phone call with someone, like there's no way basically y'all gonna exchange some true emotions and understand each other and get off on the right foot. So, but the second year two, we kind of dove a little bit deeper of just outside of football, just getting to know the person over the player, and I feel like that's where we grew at as a team. We got closer as a team off the field. So then when we got to on the field and we got into them adverse times, that just made the bond even stronger,
Mm-hmm.
Tyquan, how much do you feel like, and I know Ron Butler, your agent, your lead agent, when you run that, people knew of you, you're there for a reason. The NFL thinks that you're going to play in the league, and they like you. They like what you bring to the table. How much did that change what others may think of you? You still have to run the routes and catch the ball and do all the things and do all that, and you can. Mm-hmm. How much do you think that maybe bumped you up a little bit?
I probably think it bumped me up a little bit, but I still have to, like how you said, I still got to go out there and run routes, which I know I can do, and catch the ball, which I know I can do as well. So I feel like it bumped me up a little bit more, made it a little bit more easier for me, but I still got to put my head down there and work,
Tyquan, one of our listeners on the chat room wanted us to ask you, do you think that there was a game this season where that set the stage for what you guys did in the Big 12 championship and in the Sugar Bowl?
I'll say a game. I'd say going to TCU game, getting that loss there. That was kind of the eye-opening game. We fought and clawed. Them guys came out hot and they played well. But as a unit, we stuck together as a team, even though it was very adverse. It was a hostile environment. I feel like we still played together as a team, but not getting the win and ending that game how we ended. That grew us closer as a team, and we knew basically was unstoppable. After that, that was the one time we was gonna let that happen. We knew we had to fix that and correct that right then and there so we could get to where we wanted to be.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy if we were to all go back to that week and all the talk from that week and just the feelings and then where you guys ended up. I mean, it is a testament to just sticking with it and persevering. Obviously, in the Big 12 title game, that was about as dramatic of a contest as you could get, especially there at the end. Mm-hmm. What were you doing on that fourth down? Where are you watching from? Are you like standing next to anybody in particular? And what was your reaction when Jaron McVay made the McPlay, as they've come to call it?
Oh man, I love McVay for that play. But I was standing at the 50. You know, they was on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thoughts going through my head. You know, y'all be scratching and clawed throughout that whole game. But I was standing at the 50 watching that play, and once we realized he didn't get to the pylon, you know, we all ran on the field. We stormed the field, and I just found Terrell. Me and Terrell jumped up, hugged each other, fell on the ground, and it was just a moment of joy and happiness, you know, just seeing how far we came as a team, you know, going from 1-11 to 7-5 to, you know, winning as many games as we did, you know, then going in 2020 and having that downfall year, you know, and just picking it back up and being one of the greatest teams in Baylor history, you know, it's amazing, you know, and I love them, all them guys. I love the coaching staff, you know, and that's something that I take with me till I leave, you know.
I can hear you smiling just thinking about that play. Yeah. Like, do you smile?
Nah, you're smiling right now. Smiling right now.
Tyquan, what's the difference between catching a pass from two guys that you obviously made a living in a way your last year with what Gary Bohannon did, and then also learning and catching passes from Blake Shapen?
Yeah, just knowing that both of them guys, you know, have different styles of play. You know, Gary Bohannon, he has a cannon, and also he's can run the ball too as well. You know, and Blake Shapen, by him playing baseball, he has that sidearm, and he can make some throws that could be in tight windows and have his balls have more like a zip to it. You know, by him playing baseball. But both of them are two great quarterbacks. You know, I know that room is going to be very competitive. Them guys are going to work this spring, and I'm excited to see them guys achieve, you know, and attack this next season.
What does it say about you that you did stick with it, and you had the ability to believe in Baylor after 1-11, and then after 2-7? I would think NFL scouts, GMs, coaches, whoever will love that commitment you gave them back.
Yeah, man. It's always just sticking to the plan. You know, sometimes it's going to get hard. Sometimes you're going to want to, you know, abandon the ship. But it's all about who stick to the script and just continue to pound in the rock. You know, that's something that we spoke about at Baylor. You know, the rock ain't going to break on the first hit. You know, so you got to continue to pound that rock because it's going to break sooner or later.
So 4 years ago, you're getting recruited, I guess a little over 4 years now, you were getting recruited by Baylor. I can't imagine, Tyquan, that you had ever been to Waco, Texas before, like, your visit, right?
No, I haven't. No, that was my first time.
So you show up in Waco, kid from Miami, and I've been to Miami, and I've seen parts of it, and I know it's wildly different from what little I've seen from Waco, but just how much of a growing experience and how much of who you've become now, you know, was a result of getting out of town, going a few states away, getting far from home, and you know, living here in Waco? I mean, how much did that help develop you as a man, and what was that experience like for you?
Oh, man, it helped me grow a lot. You know, just going from a big city to a small town like Waco, a college town, you know, it humbled me. You know, it kept my head on straight. You know, I was able to be tunnel vision in Waco, you know, and I was surrounded by the right crowd, you know, around great people. You know, I met a lot of good people, you know. I mean, not even on the football side, just people, you know, in the classrooms and all that, you know. So I feel like Baylor was a best pick for me. You know, that's something that I grew from, and I learned a lot at Baylor. You know, they taught me a lot, you know, and I'm very thankful that I made that decision, you know.
Tyquan, what's it like to know that you are about to start a career, playing football in college is a career, or even high school, but you're about to become a pro? I mean, basically you are. What's it like knowing that's in front of you and all the exhilaration of staying focused and enjoying the moment?
It's a dream come true, but I mean, that's just the next milestone. You know, this is something that we've been, you know, thinking about since we were young kids, you know, so it was from Little League to high school to playing college ball. Now it's wanting to play in the NFL. So now that I'm right here, you know, that just the next step, and I feel like I got to attack it going full speed.
Last question for you. Baylor now moves on, right? You're on to the NFL among others. They got a lot. They still got some freaks left in that locker room, don't they? That they will.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like, man, the team, they ain't missing out on nothing right now. You know, it's a lot of young guys ready to step up and some older guys that's going to lead the team in the right way. You know, I know Gabriel Hannon, he's going to do his thing on that side of the ball, leading that group in the offensive line. I think the whole offensive line is coming back too as well. Mm-hmm. You know, and you got guys like Tate McWilliams, you know, Monterey Baldwin. Y'all got little flashes of him, but it's guys like Seth Jones and a couple of freshmen that just came in, and Joshua Fleet. Don't forget about Fleet now. Yep. He's going to have a great year, and that defensive side, I know that defensive side going to be good, led by David Verner.
Man, Monterey's touchdown against Ole Miss, that was one of the most exciting plays all year because of what it meant. That was a great play. Tyquan, we are going to let you go here. You ran the incredible 40 at the Combine. You also had a top 10 vertical jump. You had a top 5-ish broad jump as well. Are you going to do the rest of the workouts, I guess, at Pro Day? Kind of what's your plan with that later on this month?
Yeah, my plan is to finish off where I left off at Pro Day. So I will be running routes, catching balls at Pro Day.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Tyquan, thank you very much. We appreciate you for being a part of the show. I know you've been doing a lot of these. That means there's a reason, because you earned it. You've earned everything you're getting, and good luck. We'll see you March 30th.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you. Tyquan Thornton, Baylor wide receiver, had himself a day at the Combine.